You know, folks, the fact of the matter is, well, when crappie quit spawning, when the spawn is over, they move to different areas in most any lake. Vertical structure, well, that is a key thing that I look for, whether it be boat dock posts, bridge columns, standing trees. These are all great places for crappie to be. And vertical jigging, well, happens to be one of my favorite tactics to use after the spawn. In fact, I'm going to rank it probably #1 as far as techniques when the water temperature is anywhere from 70 to 75 degrees. And as far as tackle is concerned, well, it all depends on what you are comfortable with. Me, it can be anywhere from a long jig pole to a long 6.5 foot ultralight rod. Real limber. Now, as far as tackle goes, folks, I like an ultralight rod if I'm going to vertical jig oftentimes. And this is a 6.5 foot sow belly rod, ultralight 1000 size Daiwa Fago, loaded with 2-pound test high vis vicious line, monofilament, has a lot of stretch to it. And my beta choice for today is going to be a Nico caddisfly, 1.5 inch Nico caddisfly, with a 1/64 of an ounce jig head with a size 8 hook. Very small presentation. And that is a Palomar knot. The name of this color is Mudbug. Well, why Mudbug, Richard? Well, this time of the year, when the water temperature gets this warm, there's a lot of hatching going on by a lot of different nymphs, whether it be in creeks, rivers, lakes, ponds. It's happening right now. And believe it or not, crappie feed on nymphs a whole lot. They're that's a big old word, feeders. Opportunistic. Y'all know what I'm saying. I hope y'all are taking away from this video right here, because this is the one right here that will allow you to catch fish when nobody else is. This is the one right here. Here in about a month, these fish should be filled back out. Now that one ain't, they're not terribly skinny, not right here. Come on back, boy. Best part of it. Did y'all see that? Now that's how lucky of a fisherman I am. That bait was just dangling. Well, that shows how good of a bait that is. That bass was suspended over about 16 feet of water right here, and he grabbed that. Ain't that something? These crappie don't do the same. They wait after the spawn. They just spread out and they do all kinds of different things. They hold on different structures. Some of them suspend out in the middle of the lake. A few of them come to docks. A few of them under bridges. There's no definite pattern, so they're everywhere. But 6 to 8 feet of water seems to be the deal, though, so far. But if you're going to fish during the daytime, this part of the country, holding the jig in front of their nose is imperative. From right now, the surface temperature is at 78 degrees. It's already getting hot. So this is a summer pattern already. All right, let's get it right back. Right about there. That's where that fish hit. Let's just hold it right in front of their face. See, that's not the only fish there, folks. I know. See, I just missed one. There's a school of fish right there. Now the school might be 7 or 8, or it could be 50. You don't never know about that. There he is, see? That's how that works. That's how that works. There's, you know, plenty of crappie there to be caught. Let's flip him in here. Pretty good one. Not bad at all. I'm not going to complain. If they're 10 inches or better, that's a good size. But when they're inactive like this, I really don't mind fishing for them like this. It's kindly a challenge, but then it's not. If you know what to do, hold the jig there in place, and they'll finally commit. Now it'll be a light bite, and I don't know if y'all noticed or not, that hook was right there on the outside rim of that fish's mouth. It wasn't deep at all. They really don't want it, but it just causes a reflexive action type strike is all I'm doing right now. See, I'm right at the proper depth right now. It actually makes the crappie mad. They're high tempered just like a bass. A lot of crappie right there. We're just going to sit right here and we're going to tease them into biting. There we go. There we go. I put it right in front of his face then. This is a good one right here. Yeah, that's more like it right there. That's what I'm talking about. As far as presentation is concerned. Presentation is very, very important, folks. I can't stress that enough. And I'm not a know-it-all, I just know, because I've been fishing for crappie for a long time. I'm ashamed to tell y'all how long. See, that fish is barely hooked, barely, on the outside ridge of the mouth. Okay, that means they're not hungry, they're not active. If this fish was hungry and active, okay, this bait would be deep, real deep, where I'd have to get my pliers out to get it. It'd be real, real deep like that. But that's a pretty good black crappie. That's really a good one. That shows what kind of fish are there, but I'm having to really fish for them. I tell you what, I get tickled at some of these folks that has live scope, not making fun of them. They can actually see the fish, they can see their jig, but they leave them. They say, well, they're too inactive to catch. They will not bite. They will bite. What it is, even though they can see the fish in the jig, they're not patient enough to stay with it and figure out exactly how to keep that bait in front of that crappie's face is what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes you got to dead stick it and be patient with these fish before they'll bite. Yeah, that water's starting to get hot already. That was a short spring. He's got my finger. There he goes. Yep, there he goes. See if he dive on down. Yeah, he's gone. Good deal. There's only one doggone thing for me to do. Hey, man. And that's to catch another one. Okay, let's get with it just a little bit more. So now I'm fishing around 9 to 10 feet deep. Fish is deep, going deeper because today, it's on up in the day, it's actually 1 o'clock right now. So the fish has moved down about 3 feet, folks. At least a couple feet from where they were. Now they'll do that during the day, especially in the summer. They'll move up and down the water column. Up and down, up and down. Now I'm just dead sticking this. I'm holding it at that depth. Okay, every once in a while I'm picking it up, letting it fall back, but more than action, I want to just hold it in front of the crappie. Now you can see it shaking a little bit. That's because of my natural nerves. wimpy rod, wimpy tip, a little bit of shaking going on. There he is. That's a good one. I guarantee you that. If we can keep him buttoned up, barely hooked. I've been having some trouble with that. That right there ain't a good deal at all. Let's see what we can do. Barely hooked. That ain't a bad one right there. We're catching some good ones now. We've caught, what, 2 or 3 or 4 good ones. I can't keep up. But that's a good black crappie right there. Quit. Quit. You don't do that. No. No. Good one. Not there. See what I mean? Barely hooked. That's a good place right there. When it's under the rim like that, they don't get off much. But if it's right here, see how thin that is? You can see my finger plumb through there. Right there. If it's in there, you'll lose them a lot of times. Just let him go. And there he goes. He wanted to get gone. Woo! I'm going to say this. This is as patient as I can be. I can't get no more patient than this. And that high-vis line, I've said it 100,000 times, is paying off. I'm a line watcher, and I can see that little tick. I can't. They're hitting so light, folks. It is very difficult to feel the bite. I mean, I'm feeling the bite, but it's just very, very, very light. Very light. There he is. Stay button, stay button. This is a good one. This is a good fish right here. Golly. Now that one is doing some pulling because he's a good one. See, that's what's down there. That's exactly what's down there. Come here. And again, that fit barely hooked. Barely hooked. But does it matter? No. Woo. I want y'all to keep that bait right in front of that fish. Vertical jigging is a very, very dangerous, effective way to fish. Period. Well, I was fixing to say let's let him go, but he didn't give me a chance. The darn fish did not give me a chance. That is the way I catch crappie when, well, others says, Richard, they're not biting. I want to say God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the great comments. Everything y'all do for this channel is more than appreciated. Hey. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good food.